Hey guys, so today I want to talk to you about Doris Bither. She's a woman that claimed to be getting raped by three male Asian ghosts. Her story inspired a book called The Entity and a movie called The Entity. She was a 30-something-year-old woman who lived in Culver City, California with her 4 children. So from the outside, the house just looked like any other normal house on her block. But from the inside, the house was in shambles. There was just a mess everywhere, and it was terrible living conditions for her and her children. And according to certain sources, they said that the house had been condemned twice by the city. So one day, Barry Taft, who is a paranormal investigator slash self-proclaimed parapsychologist, and his associate Carrie Gaynor were at a bookstore, and they were just kind of talking amongst themselves, I guess, about ghost stories or cases that they had to deal with and stuff. And Doris was there, and she overheard their conversation, and she told them about the things that were happening in her home. At first they were kind of hesitant because the things that she was saying, that her claims were kind of outrageous. She was claiming that she was being raped by ghosts, so they were kind of on edge about that, and they didn't really know if they should go for it or not, but they did. So on April 22nd, 1974, Dr. Barry Taft and his associate went to Doris's house and decided to do an investigation. And Doris told them all the things that would happen. She said that spirits would bump into her when she was just doing her normal tasks. She said that she would hear things and she would see apparitions. But her biggest claim was that she was being raped in the night by 3 ghosts, 3 male ghosts. And she said that they were Asian. I don't know how she came to that conclusion, but she somehow knew they were Asian. And she said that the 2 smaller ones were holding her arms down like this, and that the bigger one would proceed to rape her. They were a bit skeptical at first, but what made them realize that maybe something was going on is when they noticed that she had lots of bruises and scratches on her thighs and all over her body. So they decided to go along with the investigation. They brought 30 people from their team in, and they all sat in Doris's bedroom, and it was really crammed, and there was 30 people, and they brought these high-speed cameras, and they brought photographers because they wanted to be able to catch some of this on film and get evidence. So they were all sitting in her bedroom, all 30-something of them. She was sitting on her bed, and they told her to try to call them and to try to provoke them. So she started screaming and cussing and calling for them, and sure enough, the lights started flickering. And they were surprised. They didn't really think anything was going to happen, but the lights started flickering, and they said that there was like a green mist that appeared in the corner, and it manifested and kind of turned into like a male figure, and they couldn't really make out his face, but they said that they could tell it was a masculine, strong figure. There's only one picture that I could find, and it shows Doris sitting on the bed, and there's an arc over her, and there's just a few little light orbs. Now they said that even though they couldn't capture any of this, a lot of people witnessed this and said that Barry said that there was a lot of tension between Doris and her sons. That she had 3 teenage sons, and he said that they were constantly fighting. There was just a lot of negative energy between them. So he was talking to one of her sons, and he said that when he played certain music, the spirits would get really, really angry, and they didn't like it. So Barry asked them if he can play those songs for him so he could hear them. And when he heard them, he said that all of the songs that angered the spirits were about devil worshipping. And he also said that yes, it was true, in fact, that the spirits did become more aggressive when these songs were playing. His son, one of her sons, also said that he witnessed his mom being raped by these spirits, and when he ran to try to help her, that the spirit tossed him across the room, so he was unable to help her. Here's where the story takes a really, really interesting turn. This is something that I've never heard of before, and I didn't even know it was possible, but people from the team and Barry Taft said that the only time that there was activity or anything going on with the spirits is when Doris was intoxicated, and that when she wasn't intoxicated, nothing would happen. So it's a little interesting because they said that Doris had a very turbulent past. She was abused by both of her parents, and she was in a lot of abusive relationships with men. So she was constantly in this negative state, so she would drink to mask the pain. So there's a few theories on this, on the reason why Doris only experiences paranormal activity when she's under the influence of something. So there are lots of theories out there as to why this happens. And one of the theories is saying that when Doris is under the influence of something, her psychokinetic mindset takes over. So then it's almost like she's attracting these negative energies towards her. And when she's sober, she's not connected with that part of her. So that's one of the theories as to why they think that it only happens when she is under the influence of something. And another theory that I think is really interesting is, from a psychological standpoint, you could say that the 3 spirits that attack Doris can be a manifestation of her anger that she has for her 3 sons, or even, I mean, I don't know if anger is the correct word, but even the tension that she has for her 3 sons, and it kind of manifests into that. So that's why she believes that it's 3 men, but really it's just a tension with her 3 sons. Those are 2 theories that I heard, and I thought they were kind of interesting, but I want to know what you guys think. I want to know why. I've never heard of anything like this before, so I want to know why this would happen, how this could happen, or anything. Let me know, because I have no idea, and I think it's really, really interesting. Hey guys, so if you've been watching up until this point, comment 1974 so I know who you are, and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!